We continue our discussion. So if we talk about the technology, we would like to know what kind of technology innovation that you do in your company.
Yeah, so I think technology is a very interesting thing because it's not just about how complex you can build a solution, but how easy it is for your target audience to understand your solution. So as you can imagine, our target audience, our customers are smallholder farmers. So we want to keep it very simple for them to start with, right? So to begin with, our core capability that we are building for them is at the back of agronomy services, like I said earlier. And then to augment and supplement that, we have built an e-commerce for them. So what that means in terms of example and illustration. Imagine if you are a farmer and you are having some problem in your plantation. You don't have optimal productivity, you are short of harvest, and you want to know why. You book a Dr. Sawit session with us. It can be a virtual Dr. Sawit session, which we can do via Zoom or via our online platform, and you consult with our agronomist. Our agronomist will give you a tailor-made solution. Maybe he makes a fertilizer recommendation, maybe a pesticide recommendation. And then on our app itself, you can use our e-commerce channel called Toko Sawit to go and purchase that particular product, that particular fertilizer or that particular herbicide from our so-called Toko Sawit itself. And when you buy from our Toko Sawit, we give you two guarantees, quality guarantee and best price guarantee. In fact, we back it up to say that if you can find a better price elsewhere, you can actually upload the receipt of that onto our platform and we will refund you the difference. Yeah. So in that sense, we try and give you what you need, where you need it, through the help of our technology.
Okay, and many of other companies now using that technology to support sustainability as well. How does your technology support sustainability and support or enhance the efficient palm oil farming?
Okay, couple of things here. Yeah, one is sustainable farming practices on legitimate legal grounds. Yeah, I think that part is where we try again and bring the best agricultural practices, what we call the GAP, good agricultural practices. And this is where we train our farmers to follow the best practices using our so-called SOPs, which are documented inside the app. So we have a couple of functionalities inside our farmer app, for example, Chatat Panen, Chatat Rawat, which are kind of guiding principles on how they should upkeep their plantation and how they should harvest their plantation using the best of sustainable technologies on legal grounds. Then of course comes the aspect of so-called whether the grounds itself are legal, which means maybe they are on forest land or they are on encroachment into national parks. This is where we have drone mapping technologies. Our drone mapping technologies are able to map the plantation which is registered on our apps with satellite image and drone maps to see whether there is a land demarcation by the government to say whether this is forest land or within plantation land. And anywhere where it is not inside the so-called plantation land and encroaching on forest land, it becomes very easy for us to highlight that both to the farmer and if need be to the authorities to say that this is an area for improvement.
Okay, so let's talk about services that we know you have an office in various regions. For instance, like you have an office in Jakarta, Pekanbaru, Jambi, and Sulawesi. Is that your strategy to expand your service reach?
Yes, absolutely. I always tell my team, we have to go where the customer is. And in some ways, it's a little difficult for us to have that balance because we have to be present in Jakarta because the best of technology talent is present in Jakarta. But this is not where our customer is. Our customer is typically based in Sumatra. Our customer is in Sulawesi, right? So we need to have offices close to the customer. Our customer is a very traditional minded customer. If we don't have physical presence, if we don't have offices in cities that they are familiar with, where they can come and visit us, it's very hard for them to imagine what kind of company we are. So by being physically present in locations near to them and holding events in locations near to them, it becomes much easier for us to do engagement and market acquisition.
And how does local partnership support that effort?
A lot of support in that sense, whether in terms of partnering with local agencies or local associations, the village associations, what we call the cow days or gapuktans. It helps us in terms of educating the farmers in our farmer outreach program, and in terms of bringing them on board, and in terms of really establishing our credibility with the farmers.
So I believe in terms of building a startup and related to commodities, you might face a lot of challenges. So what is your biggest challenges in implementing digital technologies in the palm oil sector?
The biggest challenge, of course, is in terms of market adoption, right? Just to give you an example, like we said earlier, there are about 3 million farmers in palm oil space, but almost 67% of those farmers are above the age of 45, which means that this is the first time that they're actually handling a smartphone post-COVID. So that makes it very hard for us to kind of educate them on the benefits of using digital technologies, because they've been doing farming for the last 20-25 years without digital technology.
And
traditionally. And they bring some very, very unique challenges for our technology team. For example, above the age of 45, some of them, they have difficulties with their eyesight. Some of them, due to the physical labor, their fingers are actually quite big, and therefore their phone is not so sensitive to the touch as compared to your phone or my phone. They of course set the phone on a bigger font size. And then most importantly, literacy challenges. Not everyone is well educated and can read as fluently and can understand all the terms, especially agronomy terms or technical terms on our apps. So we have to make it very, very simple for them to understand. We have to make it easy for them to adopt the best practices that we are trying to propagate through the apps. So for the technology team, for our product design team, it's constant struggle to go and find the best ways of engaging with the customer to do the best design which they will find attractive, easy to understand and intuitive.
And then how do you address that challenge? Do you keep doing the education to them, or just with the Dr. Sawit program?
I think it's more of a learning for us than trying to educate the market. So what we do is a lot of time our designers and our programmers, they spend on the field with what we call prototypes to see how the farmers are engaging with our prototypes, where they are struggling, what is easy to understand, what is more difficult to understand, where they like to click, what colors are easy for them to see, what colors are difficult for them to see, which locations we get good signal, which locations we don't get good signal. So it's a lot of experimentation by our own designers and our own software engineers to try and perfect the app design so that we can deliver to the farmers what is best required for them.